Welcome back to another Tony Montana video. We are going to talk about puppy and dog prices. What is the right amount to buy a dog? What's the right amount to sell a dog? What do you guys think? Is there such a thing as a proper selling point or proper buying point? What do you think, guys? I know I heard other people talking about this and that, and this is like a conversation that has gone out throughout decades. It hasn't just started. People feel like either they could set a number they want to sell it for, and other people say this is the amount I want to buy it for. If we talk about the buyer side of the view, obviously they want to buy it at the lowest price. Obviously, they want to pay the least amount of money for the best quality possible. Okay, and that's fair. That's. Hold on a second. Sorry about the kid over here. Get over, come on. So, sorry about that. So, what do you guys think? What do you think that the right price should be for a puppy? It really depends, right? Many things. Some of the things you have to take into account is, in no particular order, would be parents. Who were the parents and what did the parents do? Grandparents. I think those the first two generations are the most important, but I always look at 4 generations, to make sense, to make it, to see what the people behind those dogs were thinking when they were crossing, if they were thinking anything at all, if there was some sort of plan that they intended to use to make it click, the blood, the dogs, and the offspring of those individuals. Come on, puppy, let's go. Anyway, I'm just keeping a pause here for a second. I need to make sure that people don't interrupt, or there were some kids. I always pay attention to kids because kids are random in their actions. So anyway, I see another fucking dog. Another dog over there. Oh, good, it's going in the opposite direction. But anyway, let's continue talking about the buyer side. The buyer is looking for a good pedigree, good parents. So I already said parents, now good pedigree, because basically this is not what the parents have done, or the grandparents have done, or the great-grandparents have done. This is more of what blood is it carrying? What family is it carrying? Are the parents being brought together because of some sort of genetic sense, or is it just randomly putting 2 pitbulls together to make puppies? I'm gonna have to stop here because now more dogs came, and that lady's with 2 of them. And see how they're pulling? You're gonna see these dogs barking after a storm. Hey! If it's up to me, if I'm able to, I'm gonna stop. Hey, enough! Farquhar, quiet. Enough. Hey, enough. I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let's go. Let's go. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. If it's possible, I'm gonna teach him the same thing I teach you other dogs, is to not to act a fool in the street. Okay? I'm not saying that's going to happen, because every dog is a unique individual. That's not the conversation of this video, but since it came, hey, enough! Enough! So, okay. I have to snap them out, or like, still looking for those dogs. Anyway, if I'm able to do it, I'll do it. Because I don't want them I don't want the attention of what this barking and acting crazy brings to a person. And really, it's not gameness. This action that they're doing is not gameness at all. You know, any dog, you know, I haven't taught that to this dog, but any dog can be taught to do that. So I do try to bring him with my cold dog, not to you know, in order for them two dogs not to be amped up about the same thing. And obviously my other dogs, for the most part, have learned not to do that nonsense. They used to be like that before, except him, obviously. He was never like that. He would just want to get close to the other dog, regardless if it was barking or not. But it wasn't crazy. All my other dogs have been nutty professors when they see other outside dogs or outside animals. But anyway, let's go back to the conversation about the dollar price of a pet, or excuse me, a dollar price of a dog, of a American Pitbull Terrier. I was already said the bio is going to be looking at ancestry, or otherwise known as pedigree, what the parents and grandparents have done, and how well they did it. They are going to be looking for, obviously, even though it's less important, but confirmation. Maybe for other people might be more important than others. You know, if you want to show a dog in confirmation shows, you want the dog to be confirmation appropriate. You know, not like you're not going to be sending Shorty Cowboys to the confirmation show. Shorty Cowboy, if you don't know who Shorty Cowboy is, Google it and take it. See his pictures. That's the reason why they call him Shorty. You know. But anyway, so don't. All right, enough. Fargon, enough. Let's go. Let's go. See that? People get scared, and it's not enough. Let's go. Give me a second there. Not the attention that I prefer to have, but it is what it is. Hey, he's still a puppy, so I got to deal with it. And if it doesn't change, it doesn't change. But if you're able to smarten up and learn when it's not about that time, it's not about showing that you're, you know. Let's go. Anyway, sorry about that. There's a lot of people out here and stay. So anyway, so I already covered what the purchaser may want. All right, so you have to decide how much you're willing to spend on a dog. Obviously, a person that's looking for a pet and nothing else may want to, you know, pay less, unless you like quality. Obviously, the higher the quality, you should expect the dog to be higher priced. Okay, because there's a higher expectation that the dogs will have more of the boxes checked than a dog that is less expensive and doesn't have what I mentioned. Either it's a scatterbred breeding, there was nothing was done with those parents and grandparents that were couch potatoes all their life, and you know and maybe all kinds of crazy, maybe cold dogs, who knows. Hey, no, there's some food there and some sort of kibble there. Not sure what's there doing there. but I want to make sure they don't eat it in case, for any reason. Anyway, so yeah, so you have to decide how much you're willing to spend and leave it at that. Why? Well, let's talk about the seller side. When you're selling a dog, you're not just selling a dog, you're selling potentially 2 generations worth of work. Maybe this is your second generation of breeding, your third, your fourth. So for that to happen, you must have gone through a process of identifying, first raising, second identifying, and third culling, before you actually breed dogs. So that process is long because of the age of the dogs, what you expect the dogs to be in order to make determinations. For example, a breeder, a seller will have to wait about no less than 2 years to start seeing genetic defects start showing up, more or less. I mean, I say 2 years as a point, but it could be a little bit earlier, it could be a little later, but more or less around 2 years, they start showing their genetic defects. So a person looking to breed healthy animals should have to wait at the very least 2 years, 3 years better, to pick a dog as a stud or brood bitch. Okay? You're also, you have to think that it's not an object, so you have to feed it, you have to bathe it, you have to clean after it. There's maintenance here. Come on, let's go. This dog is looking for trouble, man. Looking for trouble. Anyway, so you have to think that the seller is not just selling that puppy, they're selling work, selling a lot of trial and error there. So I really don't think anybody should be telling anybody else what to sell their dogs for. The market will force the breeder, force the seller to sell it at a lower price, for sure, 100%. Why? Well, if a breeder is selling 10 dogs, 10 puppies, right? And he suddenly wants to sell the puppies for $5,000 a piece, and no one wants to get it. Now these puppies are growing now. These puppies are now 8 weeks. No buyers. And people like to have their dogs young. Most people like to have their puppies young as possible. So they see no takers. They're like, damn. So at 10 weeks, the breeder decides to drop it down to $4,000. And time passes by. The dog is now 3 months. Come on. Either only for 1 or 2 out of those 10 puppies. Okay. Now he still got. Now you fucking rat. Now he got let's say 8 more puppies to go, and now they're 3 months. Remember, these puppies are eating, and these puppies, if he's a good breeder, these 8 puppies are eating like they're 16 adults. Because I haven't bred dogs, but I fed dogs, I raised dogs, and one puppy at 3 months, 4 months is eating the same amount as 2 adult dogs. 2 maintenance fees, okay? Maintenance fees of 2 adult dogs. That's a fact. They just eat it in more meals by they're eating it. So this guy is trying to sell it, 8 puppies at $4,000, no takers. Now he is going to be a little concerned now, because less people are interested in 4-month puppies. 4-month puppies aren't, so desired as 2-month puppies. Okay? So now the guy is freaking in a desperate mood, and like, all right, 2,000. And this is when the time prices are gonna come down. If he, if his dogs are not the shit that he thinks or she thinks they are, the buyers are not gonna be there. So don't worry about what the other guy is selling it for. Be a person, be an adult. Because I was gonna say be a man, but you could be a woman too. Be an adult and say, how much are your dogs? Okay, thank you. And leave it at that. Leave it at that. Simple as that. Walk away. If he's not in your price range, walk away. However, you can say, okay, thank you for your time. Thank you for giving me the price. If one of these dogs comes at or gets down to X price, please let me know. And you give the amount you're looking to buy it for. Now, if the seller feels, because he might be a price seller, he might say, no, man, for that amount, I'm not selling anything. And that is his right. He may decide to say, yo, no, I'm not selling my puppies, my dog for less than whatever the amount is, no matter what. Then respect that. And he's like, oh, but the old timer used to say that if you're paying more than $1,000, you're paying too much, blah, blah, blah. That's not none of the old timers' business, and they should know that. The only people that can determine the price of that dog is the person that's breeding them and owns the dogs. Simple as that. Bottom line, stop messing around. Be grown. If you want quality dogs, they may or may not cost a lot. You may find a good deal from a good person that happens not to be a seller and happens not to be a puppy seller, also known as a puppy peddler. It's not a bad word. It just means that you're selling puppies to the public. It means that you're not selling only to the Pitbull community. You're selling to the public. That's a puppy peddler, and it does nothing. If I just started to sell puppies to the public, I'll be a puppy peddler. And I guess there's nothing insulting about that. It is what it is. Anyway, give me a moment. I gotta pass the people. Keep moving. Anyway, so as I was saying, stop with this nonsense. Or you trying to determine or telling another person how much to sell their price, how much to sell their puppies, man. It is so, it is so. I find that so rude and disrespectful for people to do that about another dog, another person. Like I said, the most you can say is thank you very much. If you decide to sell them for this price, let me know. And that's that. Walk away. The seller will respect you more than if you try to be like a crackhead. Come on, man. Give me. I got this, man. I got this in my mouth. You cool with that, man? You cool? Nah. Because I know that some people when they come short. Because I've heard people saying, yo, he sent me the deposit. Then when he came to pick it up, he only brought he was short. Like 400, 500 short. And he was trying to make me sell it to him right there and there for that amount. Come on, man. That, to me, you gotta be serious. That's like one of the rules, unspoken rules in the Dogman Bible. Don't play with people's, work. I respect what they're selling it, and that's that. Anyway, I've been rambling too much. Hope you enjoy seeing my dog walk and act a fool a little bit this one. Like I said, I'll be able to control him as he grows up, as he meets more and more dogs in the street. And especially, I need to find more balanced dogs that they don't get fazed by these dogs barking. They're like, make no aggressive move, no pay no attention to it, blah blah blah. Anyway, this is Tony Montana. Until next time.